Jerome podcast, ready to make his appearance for NEF 46 on February 12th, is Relentless Aaron Lacey. What's up, my friend?
Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Not too much. Just wrapped up a good night of training and came in to talk to you.
Excellent, my man. Well, congratulations, man. I believe 4 days ago you were announced as a replacement, and it looks like you are the replacement for the main event against Jerome Mickle, man. How do you feel about it? And, man, what's the excitement level getting that call?
I mean, it's always a fun time, finally getting a fight. I was supposed to actually fight the end of this week down in Florida, and that kind of fell apart a few days before I got offered this fight for NEF. So, I mean, I've been in camp, been ready, so everything's on point, ready to go. So it was really pretty much a no-brainer when Matt called up and needed somebody to save the main event.
Well, you were going to be there anyway because you have trainer partners that are going to be on the card. It's just now you have a different job in there, man. How cool is it just to get that call and know you're going to be able to go into battle with these guys and ladies you've been training with?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of two-sided, honestly. Like, I love being there for my teammates as a corner and a coach. But at the same time, like, I'm putting in this work and I've made changes in my life to compete and put myself back out there as a competitor. So, it's really a great opportunity and I'm excited for it. To be able to fight in Portland in front of like the hometown crowd is definitely something that is a plus for this fight.
Now, as far as that hometown crowd, have you fought at Aura before in front of the crowd there?
I fought one time at Aura before, yeah.
Well, what was that experience? There's a mixed bag here. Some fighters love it, and then some fighters want more people there and more of a wide open space. What's your take on it?
I mean, the only thing that I really kind of don't like about Aura is there's like no walkout. So there's none of that. Like, you don't get to like rep your sponsors or like have your sweatshirt on or anything, like that. You really pretty much just like get ready 3 feet from the cage and you go up some steps. That's your walkout. I mean, other than that, it's a relatively decent atmosphere. The locker room situation is a little here or there depending on which locker room you're in, but it's kind of like fighting in a coliseum. You got people below you, people on your level, people right above you. It's really kind of in close, in tight. So some aspects of it are pretty entertaining, but I mean, it doesn't really matter where it is. A cage is a cage and the job is still the same.
Well, buddy, you haven't been in there some time, so just getting in any kind of cage right now, walkout or not, man, it must be something that a relief. You haven't fought since NEF 35 in 2018, when you had your last fight, came out with a win. Dude, what was fights fall through, COVID, all this happened, but what was the main reason why you couldn't get back in there, other than COVID?
At first, it was I had a pretty big knee injury. I had to have knee surgery, and I wound up having to, find a job where I could actually, get health insurance and kind of get that taken, care of in a more financially responsible manner. So I got that taken care of. I got married, so there's some time spent, dedicating some time to my wife and, getting our wedding planned and paid for and, done and through with. And then there's a lot of negative stuff that kind of happened after that. The gym I was in kind of fell apart and, the training partners kind of went their separate ways. And then, there's quite a few attempts to get back in the cage before this, and a lot of it fell through, whether it was due to COVID or a shutdown or a last minute pullout and not being able to find a replacement. I think this is probably like the 6th time I've tried to get back in the cage. And now it's finally, hopefully, coming to fruition.
Well, my friend, well, we're a week and a half or so away from it. It looks like it's I mean, you are the replacement, so it looks like it's probably going to be going ahead, man. So, as far as fighting in front of that crowd again, man, what's going on as far as, in your mind being able to, make it back? Because you did mention that you were going to be fighting in another, out of New England, next week. Now you're back in New England, be able to fight in front of hometown. What's that do for you?
I mean, it's always better to fight closer to home because you can sell some tickets. If that had been a little bit more of a notice here, I probably would have been able to do a little bit more of that. But Aura sells out pretty fast, and by the time I got offered a fight, all the tickets have been spoken for. But Nate's had a fight for a while that people have known about, and we have another guy, T, that's had a fight kind of in the works, and he's had a couple guys fall out, and then he's gotten offered replacements, and so we've had people in the know kind of broadcasting that Nose Toast was going to be at NEF, so there should be a pretty good hometown crowd there helping us out, repping it and cheering pretty loud.
Well, excellent, man. Well, you mentioned Nostos, and you mentioned, the former gym, some things happening there with the disbursement. How's it feel to be back, and in a camp that's basically family oriented, a real close unit, and they're developing some real potential, fighters that can jump to them next levels there, man. How do you feel about that camp and being involved in that?
Yeah, it's a great place to be. Man, there's a lot of bodies here. There's a lot of talent here. It's pretty much like go to work, get out of work, eat some food, chill for a minute, and come train for 3, 4, 5 hours on end. And there's black belts here. There's state champ wrestlers. There's boxers, kickboxers, Muay Thai. There's a lot of experience in the room. There's a lot of talent in the room. Good athletes. So it's a really good place to be. It's been a really good push. Definitely bringing my game to new levels. And like you said, there's a lot of guys here that are super talented. Nate, like I mentioned before, it's his pro debut. He's got a great one lined up for himself. He's been training hard for it. One of my primary training partners since I came down here. So we've really both been pushing each other and helping each other kind of get to that next level and get better.
Excellent. Well, a couple of more questions before I let you get going, man. The dude you're going to be fighting, Jerome Mickle's got a lot of experience in there. I mean, his record really doesn't show exactly how good he really is. I mean, he's a dangerous opponent in there. Short notice or not, man, what are you thinking about this fight? And I mean, anything can happen in there. What's your approach as far as, the first time in there after almost, 2.5 years or so?
I mean, ring rust is really like a state of mind anyway. I'm training the right way. I've been doing this for a long time. Even though I haven't been able to compete, my training really has not fallen off. There have been some lows, and then some times where things weren't quite as productive as they needed to be to compete effectively. But that's been taken care of and remedied for quite a while now. I've been at Nostos almost 6 months now. So, like I said earlier, I live upstairs, and so it's really, just go eat some food, walk down the stairs, turn the corner in the gym, and reverse it when everything's done for the night, go upstairs, crash, and do it all over again. I'm ready to go. I'm not really, it's been so long since I've competed that I'm just thankful for the opportunity, and it makes me happy to be able to do it. So, the stress is not really there. Like, I've grown as a person in the last 3 years, and a fighter and a martial artist, all of the above. So it's really just me being thankful for the opportunity that's been presented to me.
Excellent, man. Lots of going on in these 3 years. Married, relocation, new gym, repair of the body, man. So, man, it's been a little while. So, we can't wait to see what goes on with you. As far as the fight card that was announced today, and it looks like you are the main event of the evening, man. So, last thing before I let you go, bro, it's we're a week and a half out. You said you've been in training camp getting ready, man. What's left to do in this last, few days before you hit them scales?
I mean, not really too much. A lot of the hard work's done. 1 or 2 more really hard pushes conditioning wise, but sparring's taken care of. The game plan's taken care of. So it's really just focusing in mentally, weight's really not an issue. You know, the fight's at 55. I'm a 45er. You know, I was getting ready for a fight at 140. So, like, you know, the weight cut's not pretty much non-existent. So, you know, it's really just about staying calm, staying relaxed, having some fun, and really just making sure I get to that cage as healthy and on point as possible.
Well, my friend, congratulations on the late notice matchup here and getting back in there. And the main event, man, are going to be a lot of eyes on you. It's a fabulous card, up and down with newcomers, amateurs, and pros there, man, getting the work, bro. So last thing, social media, any thank yous, and I'll let you get out of here. I know this is going to be a stream for the event and all that other stuff. So shout out whatever you want to get out there, and I'll let you get going, man.
You know, I have a few sponsors that have kind of been with me for a while. Jen Moon at Sea of Tranquility Massage. You know, I go back up to Bangor once or twice a month, and she gets me all straightened out and ready to go. She's amazing. So if you're watching back in the Bangor area, definitely go check her out. I got York's Barbershop. My boy Jeremy here. You know, get you lined up with fresh cut, get your beard all trimmed up. You know, he's been helping me out quite a bit. The whole Nostos family. And you know, that's really about it. I'm not super good on social media, honestly. Maybe that should be a New Year's resolution. You know, we're here in 2022. But I have Facebook. I have a fight page out there. Just Aaron Lacey or Aaron Relentless Lacey. You know, check that out. I'm gonna try to do a better job about, you know, keeping in touch with my fans and keeping stuff updated through there.
Well, my friend, you're back on the map. It's early 2022. You're jumping right in there, man, and you're in a great camp that has tons of social media. So your face is going to be in there whether you get your stuff rolling. And you got a lot of young kids in that gym that know how to
do.
They know how to do a lot of this stuff. So they'll get you up to speed, man. So
they'll help the old man out.
Yeah, it's more it's more about seeing you get back in there and get rolling again, man. So hey, bro. Yeah, I'll see you in a week and a half, man. New England MMA will be there, not cage side, but we'll be on the floor, spread apart, watching what goes on, man. So looking forward to seeing you work again, my friend.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that, my friend.
All right, you have a good night.
You too.